James Carville sounds the alarm over Zohran. He's trying to warn Democrats. The raging Cajun is trying to warn Democrats like, yo, this is the route this is the route y'all do not want to take. You do not want to put in a socialist. Even he is concerned about this. Who was y'all don't know who James Carville was. He was a Democratic strategist for Bill Clinton and a lot of other Democrats. They call him the Raging Cajun. He always speaks his mind. I might not agree with him most of the time, but I do respect his opinion. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Independent Sentinel, and they report that James Carville sees the election of Zohran Mamdani in New York City as a potentially damaging event. Veteran Democratic strategist James Carville warned Democrats during the Politics War Room with James Carville and Al Hunt podcast. I wish I had the clip. I don't have it. Hunt absurdly denied Zohran was a communist. Yeah, right. But did suggest it will be a grift to Republicans. Hunt added that this guy presents, quote, more problems than opportunities. He is a communist. Look at everything that he's for. As Senator reported, the self-described Democrat socialist, aka communist, has called for insane things like abolish the NYPD. What will you do? What will you think New York will be like without the police? Are you for real? He wanna have social workers in place of the police. Make that make sense to me. You get robbed. You're gonna call a social worker. Come on, man. Abolish prisons. So you have people that commit a sexual assault, crimes, robberies, murders. Where are you going to put them? You're going to get rid of them? Are they going to live with you, Zohran or whatever your name is? Abolish medical bills. Okay, who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for that? Sooner or later you run out of other people's money. You have a finite number of millionaires and billionaires. They can't pay for everything. So who's going to cover the medical costs? Abolish private healthcare insurance. Remember back when the Democrats were trying to say we're not trying to do that. If you like your healthcare, you can keep it. Remember all of that? Ban all guns. So you have no way of defending yourself. So you got no police. You got no way of defending yourself. You got to call a social worker to help you when your house is getting robbed, right? Legalize sex work. I could see that going downhill. Safe injection sites. So we're gonna make it legal to do drugs that could kill you. Okay. In cash bail. If you don't have prisons, why would you need cash bail? But anyway, he said in cash bail. So you commit a crime. If you do happen to go to jail or prison, then you get right back on the street the same day. Decriminalize drug possession. So you can have all the fentanyl you want and kill all the people you want. In sentencing enhancements. In all cooperation with ICE, so illegal criminals can continue to roam the street. Rent freezes. That's definitely a socialistic view there. And free illegal alien health care. But if you want to abolish medical bills, when you already have free health care for illegals. But anyway, that's what he's for. He's for all of that crap. He is fine with uttering the phrase globalize the infidel. The Dem strategist noted how Mamdani, quote, has not walked back calls for global intifada. Maybe he'll turn out to be a very skilled candidate that can skillfully navigate some of what I refer to as esoteric positions, Carville said. There's a lot of baseball left here. We've got a lot of baseball left to play. I don't know what he means by that. Hunt said, quote, however, I do believe that Republicans will jump on this, Carville agreed. Of course. I mean, because most Americans aren't for those things. Of course not. It said, quote, "I can't imagine that any Democratic candidate anywhere in the country is going to be able to escape answering this question. I think the microphone's going to follow him around. I think that they're going to pound this home as hard as they possibly can," Carville said. Of course, why would we not talk about the terrible plans that this guy has in store? Depending on who comes in a general election, there's a lot of Democrats that are going to have a hard time, a hard go at this. I think it's a potentially damaging event, he added. Carville said he feared Mondani's victory was not just about a different ideology about the party, but what would be a generational shift for the Democrats' future. I think it's the end of the Democrat Party. I really do. Hunt later agreed and said, quote, "I think this guy creates probably more problems than opportunities for Democrats." Carville warned that he answers questions like Carmilla, adding that Republicans are going to keep unearthing stuff. I mean, he's got to give an umbrella answer for all of this, Carville said. You know, Harris had the same problem, and that's true. But I think, again, this goes to show that the Democrat Party is dead. This is not the Democrat Party that it once was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It has shifted to some woke, crazy party that just want to give out handouts and raise taxes. That's all they're for, and their woke ideology, of course. That is all they're for, and it's turning off the average American citizen. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.